Well, it's been about a month and a half, 2 months since I've posted anything and got that classic YouTube speech, except with a twist. Um, I am about to post a new refrigerator roulette, and it kind of reflects um, our change here in exercise and diet. Um, it is sort of inspired by, I'll tell you what it's not inspired by, New Year, New Me. What it's inspired by is we're planning hopefully to walk the Camino de Santiago in September. And in order for us to do that, we have to be able to walk long distances with a pack on. The last time you saw me, I was actually 10 pounds lighter than I am right now. And I was overweight when I first started. And so I've had some realities to face. And so what I plan to do with the channel moving forward, you will see Chris from time to time. But what I plan to do with the channel moving forward is show how this trip is going to come about. I don't know if you're familiar with the Camino de Santiago, but it's a pilgrimage, and mostly having to do with visiting the final resting place of some of the remains of Saint James the Apostle. We're planning to take the coastal route, and it's going to be about 15 days of walking every day with about a 12 to 15 pound pack on my back. And I've never attempted anything like this before, and it scares me a lot. Every time I think about it, it makes me nervous, which tells me that I should probably at least try to do it, right? That's what they say. So take that for what you will. So moving forward, it'll require me to learn a couple skills. But what you're going to see right up front is probably a vlog or two of me walking and telling you my thoughts about where we are every day with the trip. And then maybe some shopping, some planning, some research. I don't know. In order for me to stick with a meal plan or a way of reducing my body, I have to have a series of carrots and sticks. And the main carrot for me when it comes to diet is to have what I call a stick to it ability, which means if you're here looking for high protein, low carb, there should be some of that, but it's going to be probably high protein, high fiber, lowish carb. So take that for what you will. That's the second time I've said that. If I say it again, I owe you a quarter. Without further ado, the direction of this channel is going to be really fun, I think. Really, really fun for me. I'm going to learn a lot. I'm going to work out a lot. There might be some Disney coming up soon. We have a trip coming in a couple of weeks. We might film some of that. But mostly, how I'm going to navigate losing weight and gaining strength and being able to walk long distances with a pack on my back. When we met the first time, I was at 263 in weight, 263 pounds. Right now I'm at 274, down from 280. When I started this, it was January 3rd. So down from 280. So I'm doing good, just I have a long way to go. And I'm going to take it one day at a time. And since I have this goal of walking this long distance, I think I might be able to work toward this goal. And I hope you'll come with me.
Okay, we got another refrigerator roulette on our hands. Today's menu is going to be chicken kebabs and vegetable kebabs with some Faro pilaf. So for your recipe, you'll need a few chicken breasts. I got two half breasts that I've kind of cut into portions or cutlets, some garlic, two sad zucchini. That's why we call it refrigerator roulette, because I'm using up things that I have left in my refrigerator. Bell pepper, one red onion, so that'll make it look all real pretty. And then I'm going to cut up a few carrots, some onion. I'm going to caramelize those with some garlic. And then I'm going to prepare this Faro according to the package directions, and then I'm going to mix in the caramelized carrots and onion. In my recipes, I love to shove in as much vegetable as I can, disguise them, hide them, put them in. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to season my chicken. So I'm going to use a little white wine, a little bit of this Kinder's grilled chicken seasoning, and then way over here I have some dried thyme and rosemary. I might try to incorporate that somehow. When I buy like a package of the fresh herbs, BJ's has a great poultry seasoning one. You get a big packet for like $2.99 of like sage, rosemary, and thyme. When I'm finished, or know I'm not going to be able to use it all, I'll just lay it out on this platter and let it dry in the sunshine, and then just use it as I need. So here we go. I'm going to try to cut it into chunks that, go on the skewers. And after I'm going to marinate this for like 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, put them on skewers. But you do this first so the chicken can be marinating while you get everything else prepared for your dish. Here we go. I could use the fresh garlic, but it'll just fall off. And this will have a better chance of sticking to the chicken, this rub here, the seasoning. And I use a lot. You have to season your chicken well. Go and then slap a line. Next up is the Faro, and this is the Trader Joe's 10-minute Faro. We've never had it before, and I can't wait to try it. It says fill a pot with water. So I have this saucepan that's got like a 4-cup measure. I'm going to go ahead and pour 4 cups in, and you can use broth or broth or water. I'm going to use excuse my hand. I'm going to use this chicken bouillon powder. This stuff is fantastic, and it's so cheap and to use. I have homemade chicken broth, but since you're going to boil the Faro and then you're going to drain it, that's kind of a waste. So I'm going to use the artificial, well, I don't know if this is artificial, but you get the idea. Okay, so I'm going to start this. What you got to do is bring this to a boil. The measurements for this chicken bouillon, it's 1 teaspoon per 1.5 cups of water. So here's a teaspoon. This is 4 cups. So I'm gonna do 2 heaping. I imagine 2 heaping teaspoons. I imagine this Faro can probably take a lot of salt. Here I've got 4 barbecue skewers. I'm not really sure how much vegetable is going to get on each one, but I like to double up the skewers. So I'm going to, when the 30 minutes is up of the marinade, I'm going to pack on as much chicken as I can onto these 2 skewers, so it doesn't like roll around on the grill. And then I'm going to try to pack on as much vegetable as I can on these 2. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to use this bigger one to start. Yeah, that's probably going to be enough zucchini. That's too bad, because now what I'm going to do, I already topped and tailed this one. That's a little too small, so I'm going to add that to the pilaf. You want big, generous cuts because it's easier to get on the skewer. I might have to do single skewers on the vegetables. So what you do, which is not ideal, but I might have to, take a piece of zucchini. I never do this well. It's gonna twist anyway, but I can just hope for the best, right? Okay, not great. That's probably gonna break off, but hey. Do this as quickly and as safely as you can without busting your fingers. So yeah, just a piece at a time. Ooh, those onions are strong. This is my vegetable skewer. And I have a bunch of scraps left over, sadly. I'll just put this in an omelet for Chris in the morning. Well, our chicken broth is boiling, and I just thought about it. I'm not going to have enough room to put the Faro in, so I'm going to switch pots. I just used this pot because it has a 4-cup measure, and it seemed like it was the thing to do. But I'm going to bring this back to a boil. I don't think it'll take long. We'll call that a boil. So now I'm going to dump this all in, give it a good stir, bring this to a boil, and then set the timer for 10 minutes, and it's supposed to be done in 10. Now, decisions were made. I'm going to decide to cut these vegetables. I'm going to use this zucchini. I'm going to show you how to sneak a zucchini into a dish and no one will ever know. So you gotta cut it up really fine. So I'm gonna use zucchini, the part of this red bell pepper. This is about 1 large carrot, 4 garlic cloves, and half of a large onion. Next time you see me, they'll all be in tiny, tiny dice. there she goes. A lot of vegetables are going to go in this pilaf, but I'll show you it'll cook down to practically nothing, and it's going to be delicious. Turn our attention to the faro, which is about to get drained. It's got 39 seconds left. Okay, the timer just went off. I'm going to taste this to see whether it's done or not. It really doesn't look done. Mmm, delicious. So I highly recommend you getting some chicken bouillon and doing it that way. Boy, that is fantastic. And not all chicken bouillons are created equal. Get you one that you like the aftertaste too. You know what I mean? So if you don't like how your faro comes out, it's probably because the chicken broth tastes bad. Now, here comes the part I don't want to do. I'm going to attempt to fit all of this chicken onto these skewers. Sort of, what are those things called? Euro style. So you want to pack them in real tight. The reason why I don't want to do it is because it's super messy. My skin doesn't like raw chicken. All right, there we are. Unbelievable mess. We got it all on there. I'm so excited. So these are going to go on the grill. And then these scraps, you have one of two options depending on condition of your vegetable peels. You can definitely put this in your compost. But if you can't, and they're in really good condition, which these are, I'm going to put these in the freezer along with a bunch of chicken bones to get ready for my chicken stock. I learned this from a French chef, but the crucial thing is that the peels have got to be in good condition, so they can't have any mold or blemishes or damages on them. It's been about, I'd say, 8 minutes, and it looks like I am burning my garlic a little, but it's okay. It's not terrible. And I would say we've already reduced by a third. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Should have turned it down beforehand, but y'all distracted me. Looking good so far. I'm going to put a little cheat on, and I mean, what's life without a little butter, right? So I'm saying that's probably about 4 tablespoons of butter. And then I'm going to continue to cook this down. I'd say I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. Timers are crucial, because I will forget. Okay, here's the beautiful result of our grilling